the third largest party in the National Assembly, making good on its promise. Last year, the EFF vowed not to go easy on President Ramaphosa with regards to the Phala Phala matter.
Shall be treated the same way we treated the president who disrespected our constitution.
The party wants the voting process used by Parliament to decide on the Section 89 panel report last year to be set aside. The party says it has approached the Apex Court to intervene.
We've already made the application for direct access to the Constitutional Court to firstly set aside the voting process which occurred in December regarding the rejection of the report into the crimes in Phala Phala farm.
The party argues that the open ballot prevented ANC MPs from voting with their conscience. This is not the first time the party has asked the Apex Court to intervene in a matter involving a sitting president. During the tenure of former President Jacob Zuma, the party, together with COPE and the UDM, asked the court to compel Parliament to hold the president accountable over the upgrades to his Nkandla home. The court found that there were no rules to hold a president accountable, subsequently instructing Parliament to formulate this.
Fellow South Africans, we gave Ramaphosa a chance to prove himself. He has dismally failed. We will treat him the same way we have treated Zuma.
Now the EFF is seeing its promise through.
There was a verifiable threat to members of Parliament to execute their constitutional duty, which arose when the leadership of the African National Congress stipulated that should members of Parliament who are deployed by the ANC not comply to the directives of the NEC, there will be consequences. So this curtailed their constitutional obligation to vote with their conscience, and that is why we had requested that decision, that voting process first and foremost be set aside, and that the secret ballot process be compelled on Parliament by the Concord.
The question is, however, whether the party has a leg to stand on, as during the voting, ANC MPs were not the only ones who voted against the adoption of the report.
When there is no agreement amongst parliamentarians, members of Parliament will go for voting, and the voting process was conducted. All political parties participated. There were those who were in favor of the report, and there were those who were against the report. And those who were against the report were in majority, and which means that the Section 89 inquiry falls away, because this is the report which will then inform Parliament whether to proceed with the impeachment of the president.
Now, with the Phala Phala matter lingering around the president's head and his party, the ANC, it remains to be seen if this will have an impact on next year's elections. Nhlanhla Khatlani, SABC News, Johannesburg.